don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, I still gotta back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got a, and a, yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sucky now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight plan. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. Get the right man. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boulder dash. Run it back, face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act, yeah. And run it back. As you see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Solo might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. I told her I might be right back, right back, right back.
Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the trunk with his fire tag. Punch the gas, Running to the future, past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Fix my cheek real quick.
Baby, go. Yeah. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my style, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't let me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is texting. Listen, I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You can say what you want, but my steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like border chain. That's competitive. Me make it rain in your hood like I weather the street. So my label we good. I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done Connie and Dylan. I got off the block. Cause the hate and put that on the watch. Had the ice on my neck cause little shorty on hot. It's some rappers that want me to flop. I don't care about no dissing cause none of them pop. And I'm shooting my stars off a pop. They be all on my DM like when you gon' drop. Look, it get boring just me at the top. It get boring just me at the top. I be shaking their hearts every time that I drop. Like when I walk in the spot, it says you won't be in this. If you don't make it hot like her. New deal. AP, I done signed up with Def Jam. Jay-Z got the in my left hand. Play me every time that I step them. Hate me like what? Play with the gang and you play with your life. With a bag in your head, it don't matter the price. Put on their neck, so I got me some ice. If I'm dissing you once, I ain't saying it twice. Said I got time today. I done stepped in the field. I got time to play. And my exes are up there, time to wait. Blocking, I said I need time away. Like, what you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't let me slide up on you, no electric. Blocking, hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is text and listen.
Yeah. First off, my name Toe, but it's really Toe Bitch.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Okay, break.
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
At the 9-yard line.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's Jones. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey. Cougar 19. Ready.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Velus Jones is intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
You look at this Colt defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, you're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. And some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
65 catch.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
58 yards attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter. What a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
19 Lions.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's got room.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
And the Colts, 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Down the right sideline.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The Texans had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go play action with Richardson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. By most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for. Downs with a first down pickup there. He's a 3rd-round pick. But to me, he comes with first-round upside and could be a fixture in the Colts lineup if he continues to make plays like that.
And Richardson yet again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked to these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Let's go now.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
The throw over the middle, taken in. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. Stroud now. He's got it to Collins, complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Back to the ground with Pierce. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Richardson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
79 Broncos.
Second down, here's Richardson.
Flush to his right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Now Richardson.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Colts 33-yard line.
Stroud looking to change the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
They'll run with the former Bills, Zach Moss.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
70 Ranger.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And that's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Richardson looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Christian Harris. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Here we go. 60, Bison, 60, trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Stroud off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Okay, ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one.
It's just about
as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touch. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Rolling to his right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He's got his man. That's down.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Pierce now up the middle. Tackle there by Nick Cross.
Oh, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's second and 10. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33.
Here's Richardson to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
In motion, the tight end.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On third down, here's Richardson. Got a man It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and it looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Flushed out right.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. It certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A third quarter now, at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Richardson to throw off play action.
He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards.
I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Moss is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Texans 13. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. First and 10, it's Richardson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Go!
Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run by Bigsby.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Kylan Granson from 10 yards out. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And Stroud now to throw.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Tag! 18, 5 here. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Now Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 16. Stroud to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it to Collins, complete. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Stroud looking to throw.
Rolling to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
C.J. Stroud
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Bronco switch. Go.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. CD, fourth quarter, you're still above 3 minutes remaining, but right now running the football is a pretty good idea to work that clock, right?
It certainly is, because your team is strong right now, and you can feel the defense fading a little bit. Their goal, continue to run it this effectively, call victory formation as the clock winds down, and end the ball game and move on to the next opponent.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Second down, here's Richardson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay,
here's
ready?
1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Here's Stroud. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in.
Looking for Pearson, he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Texans 21.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Got his man, Dell.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they take a knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory.
Well, Charles,